The New South Wales Premier has been forced to defend his Transport Minister after a dossier allegedly disputes David Elliott's timeline of events that led to the shutdown of the entire rail network on Monday morning. Kenny Heatley is live at State Parliament. Kenny, what are the latest developments here?
Hi, Tom. Well, yesterday the Transport Minister David Elliott said that he wasn't informed that the entire rail network would be shut down. That decision coming after 12 from Sydney trains, that after midnight in the early hours of Monday morning. The last time he was notified apparently was in the 11 o'clock hour that there would be major disruptions, but not an entire shutdown of the network. He also said yesterday afternoon that he didn't cite the risk assessment documents until yesterday afternoon that justified the entire shutdown of the network by Sydney trains because of safety reasons. Now, I want to play you two bits from the press conference that we got from Dominic Perrottet this morning. Have a listen to this.
Sydney trains had no other choice in relation to take the action that they did. And I am completely satisfied with that response. Disappointed that we got to that point, but I'm satisfied that the outcome was the right outcome because safety is paramount. My understanding is it should have been provided to the minister. The minister is the elected official. The minister, I always say this, ultimately responsibility lies with the executive government, and that's the ministers here in the New South Wales.
Okay, so there on the one hand, Sydney Trains was right to shut down the network, but then on the other hand, it's the minister's responsibility to shut down the network. Premier Perrottet also said, and I quote, "The minister will reflect on that and realise that all ministers are available 24/7. That is my expectation as Premier." Now, according to New South Wales Labor, they have cited a text message that was sent at 10:43 p.m. on Sunday night, supposedly when Minister Elliott was still awake, from a bureaucrat to Minister Elliott's chief of staff that would dispute his timelines of events, that his office was not informed of an entire rail network shutdown. We don't have the transcript of that text message. Labor couldn't say what the source was, but this is something that they're going to be pursuing on in Parliament today. They're also going to be pursuing whether there's any legality issues regarding Sydney Train shutting down the network and Transport for New South Wales without the minister's approval. Here's more from the Labor leader, Chris Minns.
We're expected to believe that the entire rail network could collapse in on itself without anyone in government or a position of responsibility finding out about it. Could schools be shut without the minister being notified? Could Sydney Water be shut down without the minister being notified? At the end of the day, what's the point in having a government if the minister responsible isn't even told or doesn't know what's happening on his own watch?
But Tom, more heavy rain in Sydney today and another day of heavily disrupted rail networks means another day of commuter chaos.
It has been quite the week for commuters and for the minister now, Kenny, and the message now: pick up your phone when it rings at 12:30.